Today I'm feeling pretty ambitious and I really want to make like a Valentine's Day dress, but with thrifted items or thrifted fabric if I can find anything. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna go into the Goodwill and hope that we can find I'm hoping for a light pink or a white with pink flowers type of pattern, just something very feminine and girly that I think would be really nice and elegant for a Valentine's Day dress. So fingers crossed we find something, but let's head in there. There are some pretty decent things here. First of all, they have this really nice, pretty light pink type of bed sheet, which this one's $8.99, so I could definitely make something with that color. They do have this white with florals, which is exactly what I was looking for. This one's $15 and I'd have a lot of extra fabric, but I'm tempted. Okay, more and more I think I'm gonna go with the one light pink sheet just because I'm not gonna use all that fabric and it's full bed set, so I feel like somebody else could actually use that. So I think I'm just gonna get the one and we'll call it good with the pink. Okay, I've already made my way back home and I am super excited because I've already cut out most of my pieces, but let me show you what I've been brainstorming over the last few days. I think it's almost been a week actually. First of all, don't judge my artistic lack of skill. I'm not an artist, I don't draw. This is the design that I came up with. We're not gonna look too long because I think it's cringe, my artwork. So essentially I want it to be an empire waist type of silhouette, and I want it to have shirring on the bodice area here with an inverted V waistline with gathered stitches there. And then I want it to have sleeves that kind of ruche at the top as well. And then I want full length sleeves because I just like that in dresses. And then I want it to end just above my knees, and I want it to have a second tier that's only a couple inches, and that way I can have a little bit more gathering at the bottom and it can be really nice and flowy. That's hopefully the goal. Let me show you guys how I'm planning to do this. So I'm essentially gonna take my bust circumference and I'm gonna measure my bust circumference and then take that measurement times 2, and that's gonna be the width of my front bodice piece as well as the back. So I'll need to cut 2 of those out. Then I need to do 2 panels, one for the front, one for the back. They're gonna be the same width, but a slightly different shape. So the front panel is gonna come up to an arrow in a sense, like a triangle on top, and that's gonna be my front piece, and then my back piece is just gonna be a rectangle. Then for the bottom tier, I'm gonna make it slightly longer than the width of the regular body of the dress, just so that way I can have some extra gathering at the bottom. And then of course we are making this with pockets, so I need to cut out some pockets, one for each side of the dress. For the sleeves, I'm just essentially going to do a giant rectangle and hopefully I can set them in, but we'll have to see how that works. Here's an up close of the fabric. It's this really pretty baby pink, almost kind of peachy color. And I was so impressed with how well I was able to get this to color match. For the shirring, I just got some elastic thread. I already cut out my pieces, so let's see what I can do. Also, just as a side note, I don't have a serger, but I am gonna try and do the zigzag stitch to hopefully keep my edges from fraying. The other thing is I might have to make a lining because this is gonna be a little bit too thin to just have on its own. Let's get to sewing. Probably need my pedal. That should be good. Luckily, I have a ton of scrap fabric that I can practice just to make sure that my tension is good and that everything looks pretty nice before I actually start doing my pieces, because again, this is thrifted fabric. I do have a limited amount, so I don't want to just go into it blindly, you know? Let's see if this works. I don't know everything about sewing, but this is interesting. It's pulling together. I mean, I think it'll be fine because this is again just to make sure it doesn't fray on the edge. It's a little bit different. Got all of these fake overlock slash zigzag stitch I'm kind of thinking about just going ahead and starting. I don't know. I need to think for a second because I want to just like do the pockets because I want to see that the pockets work and like I'm excited about those. But I think I should probably do something else first. We'll have to see. I think we're just gonna continue overlocking because I shouldn't be lazy. Now I just gotta trim off some of the excess fraying. I actually decided I want to start trying the shirring process, mostly because I kind of want to see how that turns out, and I think I need to do that before I can really even start doing the body because of the design that I did. Right now I'm just trying to get this thing in here because I have to hand wind the bobbin. And I'm not having much luck at the moment. Okay, let's see if this works out. There's some more scrap paper. I meant scrap fabric. Let's just practice doing some shirring more. Ooh, so cool. Can you guys start to see what I'm thinking here? I think I'm ready to try. Let's see what we can do. The nerves. She's coming along. It's the next day, and I think I finally have the front piece finished, or maybe it'll be the back piece depending on how well the other one turns out. And I pretty much decided to just do like the first shirred line. I just made it a hem, so I folded it over. And then this bottom part is just gonna be seamed, so I left enough for like a seam allowance. I had a few tension issues where like I had to rethread my machine, which happens all the time, which I'm sure you know if you sew. You can tell that like this one, for example, maybe you can see the line. This line here, the tension's all whack, so I'm probably gonna go back over it. Like you can see on the back here, yeah, they're so loose, so I'm probably just gonna go back over it. I kind of want to time myself to see how long it takes me to do the other panel piece, because once I'm done with the shirring, I honestly think the rest of this dress is just gonna fly. Fingers crossed. Probably shouldn't say that yet. Let's just get back to sewing and I'm gonna time myself. Let's see how long it takes me. So I thought I would just share with you guys that I got pretty much like half an hour in, and this is how far I did, and I probably had like half a bobbin on here, but my bobbin already is done for the moment, so I have to re-hand wind it. But this is about as far as she got in half an hour, so it definitely takes a little bit longer than I'd like to shirr fabric. It's going. We're getting somewhere. I can already tell though it's a lot more even than my last piece, so I wouldn't be surprised if I make this the front. The only thing is I don't necessarily love the hemming on this one compared to the other one. I feel like it just rolls forward way too much that like you can really see this back part of it, which I don't really love, but we just gotta finish and see where she's at when we're done. I'm gonna hand wind some more bobbin. Finally done. Let's get back to it. It's been about an hour that I've been working on this, just slightly more than halfway. So I probably have about another hour or so of this. I am ready for a snack, even though it's like 5 p.m. and we're gonna have dinner very soon. I kind of want a snack. Also, like, I've had to rethread my sewing machine so many times. Like, is it a sewing project if you don't have to rethread your machine like 50,000 times? I don't think so. I did end up getting a snack. It's these like frozen strawberries with like chocolate. They're so good. I don't know if I said this, but the whole thing with shirring and why I think it's taking me so long, the tension is a little bit wacky sometimes, so the top thread breaks a lot. I have to trim every single edge so that way I don't have a buildup of elastic and thread underneath. And now like I have really nice clean edges, it's a little bit tedious. So that's why it's taking a lot longer than I want it to. And done. But like add approximately 15 minutes to this. To make the bodice like scrunched in the middle, I pretty much just took a regular sewing needle and I'm kind of just like weaving it through, and now I'm scrunching it up, and I think I'm just gonna sew this back and forth, and I think that should make it kind of how I want it to. I've never really done this before and kind of just making it up as I go. I actually think maybe doing a gathering stitch might work out better for this specifically, so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm actually gonna do the front bodice or front body part that would connect to that one stitch thing that I just made, the front part, but let's stop these edges from fraying. I just finished pinning this to the bodice part and I'm gonna sew it and hope that I like how it looks, because yeah, that's kind of where we're at this point. Okay guys, so I just finished like sewing the front part and like I can't believe this is how it's coming out. I'm so excited. Okay, like can you guys see? Can you see where it's going? It low-key does look like I'm wearing a bedsheet right now, but like I'm not done. I'm so excited. Maybe it's just me, but like I'm so proud of this so far. Okay, I need to eat dinner. Okay, I just got back from eating some yummy ramen. Now that I've done the front part of this and had my dinner, I'm ready to buckle down and hopefully finish the body. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to finish the sleeves because it's already 8 p.m. First, I have to do some more zigzag stitch. Again. It's currently 8:41 and I finished the back piece. Not my best work, especially along this edge here, but it's in the back. I won't see it. I'm not too concerned. I'll add the last tier to the bottom of the dress, and then I'll do the pockets, and then I can try it on. Pretty cute. I forgot to zigzag stitch. A little bit frustrating, but it's okay. We're so close. For the pockets, which is what I'm working on right now, I pretty much just pinned them right sides together at the same mark on both ends, so that way I know like the waistline will be lined up correctly, and then I just put them together. I'm gonna sew it first, straight stitch, and then I will go over and zigzag stitch it together. Now that the pockets are done, I can pretty much sew up the side. I genuinely think I'm on the last stretch. I just have to sew down this side, which will close everything on the right side of my dress, and then I just have to pin it and do the same thing on the left side, and then I think we're good, at least for like the body. Again, sleeves TBD. I figured I should show you some of the like amazing things about shirred fabric. Once you steam this, it should just really shrivel up. It's the next day again. I did manage to sew the rest of the dress. This is how much thread I ended up having. So I decided I didn't want to do anything without getting more thread. This isn't the exact color, but it was the closest I could find. I do need to try it on though and show you guys how it looks, because I kinda don't like it, but like, let me show you. I got a little bit distracted again in true Elisa fashion. I did send this off to my sisters to get their opinion, and they do like the strapless. I just don't know how much I like the strapless. I will try it on though, just to see. And I definitely think I need to lower, like shorten the length. I think it's too long. So let me just put it on for you guys really quick. This is how she looks strapless. Like I said, don't really know how I feel. The length, maybe it's not that bad. I just think it needs to come up to like here. And I just think the sleeves would be so cute. Like here, can you sort of start to see how it would look with the sleeve? I just think that'd be too cute. Overall though, pretty impressed with how this whole waist area turned out. I did not think it was gonna look as good as this. Like obviously this is what I was going for, but usually it doesn't turn out that way. The literal next steps for me, I think, are going to be doing the zigzag stitch on the sleeves and working on the sleeves, because I don't really want to mess with the hem because I'm still kind of indecisive about it. So I might as well just go work on the sleeves, see how the dress looks all together before I make any other decisions about changing it. I'm gonna fold it in like 1 centimeter and then fold it in another 4 centimeters. And this should give me like a casing basically that I can thread some elastic through and use that so that way it can stay set on my shoulder. So because I want these to be set in, I did end up cutting like a triangle. I pretty much folded it in half lengthwise and cut at the where it would like connect to the bodice. The elastic will literally just be from my underarm to my underarm. Gosh, that is a big sleeve. Pretty much just have the last bit of shirring that I want to do. Oh my goodness, it has been a few days now, so I only have like 2 days until Valentine's Day. However, I think I'm close enough to being able to finish this today within like the next hour, so I'm just going to like super zone in and focus on this project. I just don't like how loose it is here on the wrist, so I think I'm gonna continue to bring it in a little bit more just so it's not such a big, ugly, boxy sleeve. Gotta press those pretty seams open. I think I'm on my last leg of this strip basically. Well, not the last, but I'm so close. I literally just need to finish adding a little bit of that shirring detail to this sleeve. Then I should be able to just attach the sleeves and call it a day. I'm getting so excited. Let's see if I can do it. My camera died, so this is just my phone, but I wanted to see really quick what it's gonna look like when I attach the sleeves, just so I can make a more informed decision. I can't tell. I genuinely can't tell. Oh my gosh, this is hard. I mean, it's cute. She's very cute. Okay, so I just finished the dress a little bit ago and I'm ready to show you guys. I didn't end up changing the hem length, let me just say, and I'm proud of it, but it's probably not my favorite dress. And yeah, so let me just show you. Ta-da! Here's the top of the dress, or like the whole dress in general, with the sleeves and everything, and it's really not that bad. Like, I could have, like, I don't think I would have personally picked it up in store, but I'm proud of it. And I think I learned a lot along the journey, which is exciting. It's very comfortable to say the least, but it kind of still does look like it's a bed sheet. Like, it looks more like a nightgown. Maybe I'll just wear it to bed than out to dinner or something. But yeah, this is how it came out. I actually like took the sleeves in quite a bit because before they were like huge. It's still a little bit thin on the thinner side. So like I have spandex on right now and You can still kind of see the outline of my bra, but I don't think I'm gonna be wearing this out. But I thought I'd still share with you. Anyway, that's what I have for you. Thank you. My sleeves are falling off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I love doing all sorts of things, thrifting, thrift flips, sewing, all of that sort of fun crafty things. I love that. So if you're into that, definitely subscribe and stick along for the journey. And I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. If you celebrated, if you were staying in on your own, I hope you had a good night as well. And I will see you guys on the next one.